name is Kevin Hoffman. I am on Team 3 for the CS273 project for software engineering. For this sprint, I wanted to display the garage on the GUI, allow functionality to select a spot, and also in the view account page, if you enter credentials, display your account details if it's the right credentials if it exists, and don't do that if the wrong credentials. So let's start with the garage. So I wanted to create a register, I wanted to display a pop-up window for the garage, create a grid for it, populate each grid cell with the spot number for each floor too, as well, so we'll do it for each floor. Show unavailable spots, and then do some testing and hook it up to the middleware. So let's show that functionality. If I type in some dummy information here, sure. Okay, cool, we get the pop-up. You can see we have the garage organizing grids, and we can have a grid for each floor. We have spots labeled for each cell. And we also can show unavailable spots with graying out the spot number, and so you can't click on it to reserve it. Okay, so now if we wanted to click on it, actually wait, before I do that, let me show you how it works, how we visualize it. So this is data that we would get from the middleware. I just have it hard-coded in here, but this is an example of what we would have. So the number before the dash indicates what floor a cell is on, or a spot's on, and after the dash indicates what spot number that is. And that's mapped to a 0-1 integer. 0 means the spot is available to take, and 1 means the spot is unavailable to take. So let's actually show this. If we change spot 1 on floor 1 here to unavailable, and we change spot 2 to available, we can show that. Yeah, so they change. And we can do that for each floor. So yeah, we have the garage in a good spot. And I have it set up so it sends all the information to the middleware after they select a spot, and it receives the information from the middleware. So yeah, it's all hooked up. I would like to add more test cases in cases where the dimensions are drastically different for each level. And I haven't got to do that yet, but I'd like to do that for the latter half of the sprint for sure. For the view account page, let's go back over to what I wanted to do. I wanted them to be able to enter username and password, submit it into the middleware as well, and then process it and let us know with the database if it's a valid or invalid credential submission. So I created test cases for that here. So let's assume that the count is actually, they enter right credentials. So let's say we enter the right credentials here. Oh wait, I forgot to refresh it. Now what we should get is, so what it's doing is it's sending the information to the middleware, and then it's sending all of these requests, looking to see if the middleware posted something yet. Now keep in mind I don't have the middleware running right now, and I think the functionality is a little bit buggy, so we're working on that. But theoretically, what will happen once we have it implemented towards the end of the sprint or early next sprint is it will receive the data and then display it here. And so yeah, we assume that the credentials are right, and we get the account details page. And once we have it fully set up, it'll populate all of the important information as well as their spot number. For times where, let's say, we entered the wrong information, let's refresh and try that. Okay, so it's going to send the information and look for a response, but because it's not fully hooked up yet, we're not going to get a response. We're going to assume the credentials are false, and we're going to get some red text here that let us know that the information is wrong. So yeah, I think I set out everything, or accomplished everything I set out to do. I just didn't get to do as many test cases as I would like for both sections, so I'm going to work on that for the latter half of the sprint, as well as some styling, bugs and stuff like that. But yeah, everything is mostly hooked up. So thank you for watching.